All right. Welcome to our special cryptocurrency workshop. This is going to be the way how to become a millionaire with cryptocurrency, a Bitcoin billionaire perhaps. So, if you don't know, cryptocurrency is the future. Some people are for, some people are against it. But it's kind of saying like, I don't like the internet. I'm not for the internet. The internet's never going to be anything. That's what people were saying in 1998, according to cryptocurrency. So at the time of this recording, cryptocurrency is a true $2 trillion market cap. So there is that much wealth being circulated all around the world, and it has a lot of momentum so that it's going to be used in the future for a lot of things. A lot of people say, oh, this is a fad or it's not going anywhere. Those people have no clue what they're talking about. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all the different coins, they're going to be a part of our life. In fact, the whole philosophy behind crypto is decentralization. So Bitcoin is decentralized money. Currently, and there will always be, only 21 million Bitcoin circulating in all the world. Money gets printed every single day. There's trillions and trillions of dollars. To give you an idea, a bad idea, the US here is $28 trillion in debt. And one of the reasons why, because they keep printing money all day long. In the entire world, all the money that's currently circulating, right? Think about all the money that's currently circulating. Now, in the past year, 40% of all that money was printed. So they're just printing money. And what happens when you just print money all day long? It inherently loses its value. And that's what happens when we hit inflation, and even worse, hyperinflation. Inflation is actually currently happening because the cost of gas, the cost of food, lumber, so the prices are going up. And the worst case scenario is something that happened in Venezuela, which they reached hyperinflation and their currency is no value. So essentially in Venezuela, if you want to buy a loaf of bread, it will cost you 1,000 Venezuelan pesos, all right? And it's just a sad, messed up place. But imagine you have in your bank account $10,000. Okay, that's a decent savings, but with hyperinflation, it's only gonna be worth $100. So to safeguard against that, you want to focus more on crypto, because crypto is going to increase in value. The dollar, the pound, the Aussie, all of these currencies are going to decrease in value over time, because let's say 20 years ago, you wanted to buy a house, cost significantly less. 40 years ago, you could buy a house for $5,000, Now everything costs a lot more money. So Bitcoin and Ethereum, they're the two top cryptos. And in my personal opinion, you want to buy as much as you could afford, and you could buy in small amounts. There's actually a big sale on Bitcoin and Ethereum. People say, oh, it's so expensive. I missed my opportunity. Bitcoin is currently $50,000, okay? Now some say, oh, it's so expensive. Well, you don't have to buy an entire Bitcoin. You could buy $100 worth of Bitcoin, $1,000 worth of Bitcoin. But just know this, in 5 years, one Bitcoin is going to be $1 million. So if you have $50,000 and could afford one Bitcoin, just let it sit. It's going to be worth $1 million. If you have two Bitcoin, that's $2 million. So I'm currently in the process of accumulating 100 Bitcoin. Okay, that's my simple life goal. How can I get 100 Bitcoin? 100 Bitcoin is only $100 million, right? And in the future, it's a lot of wealth, where if I had $100 million now, it'd be worth $1 million. That's the shitty part about hyperinflation. Ethereum, it is on a huge sale. Ethereum right now is going for $4,000. However, soon Ethereum will be worth $100,000, okay? So you always want to accumulate those main two Bitcoins. And what we're going to talk about today is how to make crazy profits trading other type of crypto. So there's like thousands of different types of coins, and Bitcoin and Ethereum are the top two. Then you have the top 10 alternative coins, and these coins have a specific purpose in the blockchain. So there's going to be a coin for social media, a cryptocurrency. It's more like a technology. It's going to decimate Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. 10 years from now, they're probably not going to exist because everything's going to be decentralized. So Mark Zuckerberg controls Facebook. He's a dictator. He makes all the rules. I want to be more left-leaning. Let's mute the right voices. With a decentralized cryptocurrency, every single person creates the rules. Just like every single person creates the money. There's not one entity that prints money all the time. So every single industry is going to be decentralized with the crypto technology, okay? So basically, I've always wanted to understand, like, what is the fastest way on how to make money, right? And thankfully, in my, I would say, 20 years of understanding wealth and studying money, I've tried multiple different methods on increasing my wealth, right? So I really started my journey reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That book changed my life. It really taught me what's an asset, what's a liability. If you've not read that book, I highly recommend it. Now, one thing that I've tried is every single investment in every single business. So I started off as an employee, getting paid hourly. Then I started a business, right? A business is a really good investment because you're putting money, time, energy, and then a business creates income, okay? So an asset is something that creates income, liability is something that takes income away. Then I started trading stocks. Now, they used to be very effective like 10, 15 years ago. It was a lot easier to get into the stock market because it was kind of like a lot of opportunities. Now the stock market is extremely regulated and it's a lot harder. If there's an economic global crash, the stock market will crash as well. Real estate. Real estate is good, it's solid. However, you need a lot of capital for real estate to make it work, right? You need to own a property. Or if you do wholesaling and you sell properties, you can make some money there. Then we have mutual funds, gold, silver. These are get rich slow that you basically stabilize your money for a long period of time. But right now, out of all of the different ways to make money, crypto is the fastest and, in my personal opinion, the easiest. What I mean by that is currently the cryptocurrency industry is fully unregulated. So there's no entity, right? It's decentralized, meaning that you could go on an exchange, right, and get a coin. Let's say you spend $100 on this coin. Within 24 hours, the value on this coin could exponentially 20,000x, okay? Now you could flip that $100 to $20 million in 24 hours. It's freaking unheard of. There's no other industry investment that could create wealth so quickly, right? There was a great article about Dogefather, right? Dogecoin. It's a meme coin. It's inherently has no value. But there was a guy who bought $17 worth of Dogecoin, and by holding it for the right amount of time, it is now worth $24 million. Okay? That's insane. But this is how this world of cryptocurrency works. And the best thing you want to do is really understand the ins and outs and the dynamics of it so that you can start trading these coins, make profits, and then reinvest into Bitcoin and Ethereum or real estate and so on and so forth, okay? But let's talk about how we get started. first and foremost. So I'm going to give you guys a step-by-step plan out of all of these things that I created for you guys. So I'm going to share my screen. Screen is good. Give me a thumbs up. Yes? Okay, beautiful. So the most important thing you want to focus on is getting a new browser. Okay, so Google Chrome is what I use for work and every day, but for crypto, you want to use Brave browser. You see this line over here? That's Brave browser, okay? But before I even open up my browser, I want to use a VPN. So with cryptocurrency, especially trading these secret coins, you have to be in a broad address. I live in the United States, so does Tyler and Pat. We cannot access a lot of the marketplaces. Outside of the US, you can. But if you try to access one of the crypto marketplaces in the States, they literally block your account, they ban you, in some instances, freeze your money. So to work around that, I got a VPN. A VPN allows you to log in from a different country, so you have a different IP address. So I personally use Proton VPN, okay? Now, this is phenomenal. It's only $5 a month, but it automatically lets you log in from another country. And what you want to do is always log in from the same country. To give an example, because Rafaela is from Brazil, I chose Brazil. So I picked Brazil, I connect to it. Within a few minutes, I'm a Brazilian. That's where my signal is coming from, okay? Super, super important to get a VPN because it also keeps you safe. One of the issues with crypto is it's basically the same way you could make a lot of money, you could also lose a lot of money. You could literally have $1 billion of crypto in your wallet. And if someone has the password, okay, all right, great. A lot of technical difficulties. Let me just make sure we're on the same page. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. So Brave browser is free. You can download it kind of like Google Chrome, and it's encrypted. So it's really good for cryptocurrency. Basically, it's very safe and it allows you to trade. And also, I like to have a specific browser for cryptocurrency. So here we have it. And the first thing that we want to do is go to Coinbase, all right? If you don't have a Coinbase account, I'm going to give you one. I'll give you a link where it gives you some free crypto, because the cool thing about Coinbase is they give you Bitcoin for free. So we're all over here. We're good? Let me log in. So basically, with Coinbase, you have the ability of buying a lot of types of crypto, okay? So let me just put my information in here. Oops. Okay. For the sake of this one, I'm going to use just a Google Chrome because I have LastPass, and LastPass allows you to save all your passwords, and I hate memorizing all them. So basically, with okay, okay. Can you see my screen? Just give me a thumbs up. No? Okay. All right. Sorry. So again, if at any point you can't hear me, just let me know because there's a lot of different pages that we have to set up. But I just want to make sure that obviously it's transmitting. But the first thing is having a Coinbase account. I'm going to just log in very quickly. So I have multiple Coinbase accounts, and it's good to have your crypto in different places. But if you don't have one at all, create one, okay? Now, why do I have different Coinbase accounts? Well, the whole point is that you don't want to show a lot of money in one account. You don't want a lot of crypto in one account. One, for safety reasons, and number two, for tax reasons. So I'm going to show you the various accounts that I have, and you'll see different amounts of crypto inside there, okay? So basically, when you're on Coinbase, you could buy, let's say, the top 20 crypto coins. However, we have Ethereum and Bitcoin. Now, what we want to do is basically buy some Bitcoin and then send it to a website called Binance. Binance allows you to exchange your Bitcoin for different types of cryptocurrency. As I was mentioning to you, a lot of the coins that you trade, the obscure ones that make you a lot of money, they do not exist on Coinbase, okay? Coinbase is a place where you buy crypto and then send it to the various different places. So I always buy a little extra crypto every time I go. Right now it's on sale because it's $48,000. So I'll just buy some really quickly. When you join Coinbase, on the link that I send you, you want to set up your bank account on there. This way you could buy and sell very easily, okay? So basically you put the amount, okay, let's say for this sake, I just want to get $1,000. One-time purchase, Bitcoin with my Capital One bank account. And Bitcoin, what I like about Coinbase, it's very, very secure. So when you buy, they have multiple verifications to make sure that it's you. Because God forbid, if someone uses your Coinbase, they could wipe out your entire wallet, okay? So just have some here extra. I'm gonna put this out. And then next, we're gonna go to my Brave browser, okay? Now, the Brave browser, again, it's more for crypto, but if you're gonna go on Binance especially, it's really good. Because again, in certain parts of the world, if you log in from that IP, they ban you and oftentimes they freeze your funds. So you could have $100,000 in there and then you can't access it, which is a really shitty situation. That's why I recommend having different accounts, and you never want to put all your crypto in one place because you have it on the websites, but also you could put it in a hard wallet, like a tiny USB type drive. You could hold like $1 billion in crypto in this little piece of technology, and you put it in a very safe place, okay? So this is the website. There are two types. There's Binance USA and Binance International, okay? Now, Binance International is the best one, mainly because you have access to very exotic coins. Some of the coins that you could buy and trade are actually on Binance. However, it is a bit of a pain in the butt to register, okay? So I'll send you guys a special link to Binance as well, but please pay attention to this part, okay? if you're not in the US, if you're outside of the US, it's fine. You don't have to worry about all of these things, right? You don't really need a VPN either, okay? So basically, you're creating a free account, and you want to make sure that you use email. If you use your phone number, it connects to your phone. You don't want it to be trackable. You know, if you have a US-based phone number, automatically they ban you. So email, but you don't want to use your own email. You want to get an encrypted email, and this is Proton Mail, okay? So Proton VPN, and then I use Proton Mail. This is this is the most secure email known to mankind. It has multiple levels of encryption, but the cool thing is that basically no one, even the government, can't get inside this email address, okay? So once you create a free account, then you want to use the email. So in this case, it's AJ Fit. I copy and paste that and create one, okay? So for Binance, when you're creating an account, make sure you select the Google Authenticator option, okay? Because one, you need an email, and then they need to verify that you're a legit person. So pick Google Authenticator, and Google Authenticator is an app that gives you kind of like different codes to set up accounts, okay? So just Google Authenticator. So I use Android, but it's also obviously on the iPhone store. You install it, and they send it to your phone. Once you have it on your phone, continue with the registration process on Binance, okay? So actually, I'm already, okay. Maybe it's going to take 10 to 20 minutes to create your Binance account, but again, VPN, Proton Mail, and Google Authenticator. But again, I'll give you guys a step-by-step cheat sheet. So after this call, you can set all this stuff up yourself. Okay, so asking me for the Google verification code. Now, what I do is I go into my phone app, and then every few minutes, it gives you a new secret code to put in once you connect it to your Binance. Okay. So Binance is very similar to Coinbase, but it's a lot more effective. It's a lot cheaper to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all crypto on here. So if you live outside of the US, you could buy a majority of your crypto from here, but obviously in the US, what you're doing is you're buying your crypto on Coinbase and then sending it to Binance, okay? So now I want to fill up my account so I can start trading. The next step I want to do is go to wallet, and then it says fiat and spot. And one of the cool things about all this stuff is once you have this cheat sheet and this process, if you ever get stuck on any of these steps, you just go on YouTube, right? Because I learned a lot of stuff from YouTube University. Basically, all right, I'm stuck in this step, or how do I send money? I forgot how to withdraw. How do I withdraw from Binance? It's a step-by-step tutorial. So I always recommend getting familiar with these systems through YouTube videos, okay? So these are like the different cryptocurrencies. They're a lot more exotic and it's a lot bigger options compared to Coinbase, of course. Now, I want to be able to take in money. Okay, so this is extremely important and something that'll cost you a lot of money and give you a big headache. As you know, there's different types of cryptocurrency, right? You want to make sure that you're sending your crypto to the exact cryptocurrency. I want to send Bitcoin to Bitcoin, Ethereum to Ethereum. If you send Bitcoin to an Ethereum wallet, most likely you're going to lose the money because the money goes through the transaction, but it's not made to connect with the wrong currency type. So you always want to make sure. So I want to send Bitcoin to my Binance account, BTC, BTC, okay? And then it gives you an address. So you basically send Bitcoin from one address to the other address. So here's the address to deposit. I copy the address, okay? And then I go to my lovely Coinbase, okay? So send and receive. Let's just say I want to send $500 of Bitcoin to my Binance account to fund it. $500, put in the address, simple as that, and then I send. Two-step verification, typically it will either text you, or if you have a Google Authenticator, you go look on your Google Authenticator for the code. Okay, done. Usually it takes 15 to 30 minutes. Then I'm going to go back to my Binance. So basically, the fiat and spot is kind of like where your balance is. So let's say, for example, my balance is over here, 0.05 Bitcoin. Once it comes in, it's going to increase. And you want to make sure and confirm that it comes true. And also you get notifications on when it comes in, you know? So if you're starting to buy crypto, you're going to hear about certain types of obscure coins, right? Typically, if it's on Twitter, Facebook, or on YouTube, it's found on Binance, okay? But we're going to go one level deeper and find coins on top secret marketplaces. So the biggest thing you want to realize is that you're trading coins that you cannot really send to Coinbase or Binance. You want to be able to basically trade across these secret marketplaces with a specific wallet. So you want to go and find MetaMask wallet. You click on the first thing Google gives you, and then you download it, okay? So MetaMask wallet is a specific wallet to basically exchange crypto, and it shows up as a browser extension. It's a little fox thing over here. Also, when you're trading from your phone, you want to download the MetaMask phone app. MetaMask is your best friend because it allows you to buy and sell very quickly. Now, when you're buying and selling, you need speed because if you get a signal to buy something, the faster you get it, the cheaper the price. The price starts going up. And then when it's at a certain profit, you take out your profits and you let the coin keep going up. But then it crashes, okay? It pumps and then it dumps. So once it starts dumping, you want to sell your coin and basically cash out, okay? So here on the MetaMask wallet is essentially where you're quickly buying crypto and you're quickly selling crypto, okay? Now this part is a bit complicated, so pay attention to this. Now, when you're buying obscure crypto, it's either going to be found on the Ethereum channel or the Binance channel. On MetaMask, you could go into both channels, okay? So there is one marketplace called Uniswap, and it uses Ethereum. There's another marketplace, and it's called PancakeSwap, and it uses Binance, okay? Right now, I'm going to put it on the Binance market chain. So you go on the networks, Ethereum or Binance, okay? And the same philosophy holds. If you're in a marketplace where you need to trade Binance, do not go on the Ethereum channel, okay? So as an example, these are some obscure coins that I have, and I don't stay with these very long. I buy them and I sell them, okay? Now, as I mentioned, if you use MetaMask with Binance, Binance is connected to this website Binance, right? There is a type of token that's called BNB. So if you're on the Binance channel, the currency is BNB, okay? So here it is here. Let's say, for example, I want one BNB and I want to transfer it into my MetaMask wallet. I buy my BNB from Binance. That's why Binance is extremely important, okay? So how do I do that? I then go to trade and then classic. Now this part's a little complicated. You may see this and be like, yikes, what the hell am I looking at, you know? But I want to buy a BNB token. Now, right now, I have Bitcoin in this account. I send $500 of Bitcoin from Coinbase to Binance. So I want to buy BNB, okay? So BNB, I click over here. And then basically, it shows you the pair, okay? So right here it says BNB BTC, BNB USDT, BNB BUSD. So it's basically like buying the BNB with the right pair, okay? Bitcoin is BTC, BNB is the currency. So I picked this top choice, okay? I already have Bitcoin in my account, so I choose to buy this BNB over here, okay? Once I click up here, each BNB is about $550, okay? Then I go to buy BNB. So let's say I need one BNB to send to my MetaMask wallet, okay? So I just put one over here and oops. Okay. Yeah, 552. Okay, so okay. Once you hit one BNB, it calculates the current price of Bitcoin. So 0.01. So I'm trading my Bitcoin for BNB. And then over here, it says limit, market, and then stop limit, okay? You don't have to worry about these three things, but to give you a quick idea, let's say, for example, you want to buy Bitcoin or BNB, any type of coin at the lowest price possible. You could put a limit order that says when Bitcoin hits $30,000, buy one Bitcoin automatically, okay? But in terms of speed, the fact that we're not trying to get the lowest price, we just want to get the coin very quickly. We then go to market, okay? So again, one BNB. Now, basically, this thing over here is just kind of showing like the percentage of it. So once you decide you want one full BNB, okay, okay, buy BNB, price, okay, okay. You then quickly buy it over here. Okay. Buy BNB, one, okay. Okay, so I got a notification that the order was fulfilled, and then it typically shows up down here. You also get but again, a lot of this stuff, you got to do it a bunch of times, and you literally want to go on YouTube, get the tutorial, watch the video. For something like this, you go, how to buy BNB on Binance. And then, okay. And then it basically buys it for you, okay? So sorry, Darren, it's a bit distracting, but Darren, you're logged in on two different devices, okay? So you want to get off on one of them. Kind of took me off course. All right, now that I've won BNB that I just purchased, I want to send it to my MetaMask wallet, okay? So you go back to your wallet over here, fiat and spot. So you can see right here, I have my BNB, and I want to send it over to my MetaMask wallet, okay? So withdraw. So select the coin, the BNB coin, and what I'm trying to do is send it here, okay? So I click on my lovely MetaMask, click on the Fox, and then your account. Binance chain takes BNB. I copy on the clipboard. I go into the address, and then the network is the Binance Smart Chain. The network you selected is the Binance Smart Chains. Please ensure the withdrawal address supports the Binance chain, AKA make sure you're sending it to the right place, double check. Because if I send Ethereum to the BNB, I'm gonna lose it, you know, and sometimes people make a dumb mistake and they'll send $10,000 and it gets sent to the wrong address and you can't recover it. This is not a bank. You can't just go to a bank and say, where's my money, right? It's decentralized, it's your responsibility, okay? So we're almost there. So you pick the amount, I want to withdraw 1.4 BNB. Okay, so again, just double check. Okay. Sometimes they freeze your account, and I'm like, okay, hopefully nothing bad happened. But as your deposit has not reached the required block confirmations, we have temporarily locked a small portion of your BTC. And again, these are just some of the things these sites do. BNB, sending it to my MetaMask wallet address. I want to put the maximum amount, which is 1.4 BNB. And then from there, all I have to do is hit withdraw. Okay, now go to the Google verification code. Oops. It changes every few minutes, so make sure you put the most updated one. Okay. And then you also get the email verification. Now I'm gonna go to my Proton. So basically, they want you to verify. I gotta wait for the verification to come in. It's a special code. Bam. All right. Woohoo! We're good. This is one of the final steps, okay? It's gonna go from my Binance to the lovely MetaMask wallet. So let's buy some secret coins, okay? Now, for Binance, you buy coins on Pancake Swap. So I go to here, pancakeswap.com. Or I just hit Pancake Swap, the search, and then it's usually the first thing that comes up. Oops. Good old Google. You always want to pick the top choice. All right. Now, this is where all the magic happens, okay? When you get on Pancake Swap, you want to connect your MetaMask wallet to the marketplace, okay? So you always hit the little fox to wake it back up. Now, I believe the BNB got sent over. There's two over here. And then if you pick a specific coin, each coin has its own specific token, okay? But let me see. Okay. Basically, the hardest part of this whole process is knowing what to buy and when to buy it. Let's say, for example, I get a buy signal for a specific funky type of coin, okay? Now, let me find the marketplace, yes. dextools.io is a place that shows you the analytics of a specific cryptocurrency. Okay, I just literally bought a coin 5 minutes before this workshop. So I'll show you how we could track that, okay? This is the coin over here. It's called FIBA. So you may not be able to read this chart over here, but it shows you the performance of the specific crypto token, okay? Now, green is good, red is bad. But for the sake of buying, we have to see if we could buy this coin. So when you go to FIBA, you have to look at what it's paired with. So over here, it says Ethereum. So unfortunately, you cannot buy this on PancakeSwap. Ethereum is Uniswap, okay? This specific coin, I'll show you on another marketplace, okay? Let's see something else, okay? Actually, this is something that I made a lot of money on. You know, in fact, it was like a $300 investment to $8,000 in profit, okay? This one, I was able to buy it very, very early. And because I bought it early, I sold it when it skyrocketed, okay? Even this coin is on Ethereum, you know? So let's just go into another coin that's on the Binance Smart Chain, coinmarketcap.com, okay? This is a great place to search for coins, but again, I do not suggest you buy coins until you know what you're doing, okay? Once you have all the systems set up, then it's a whole nother ball game of learning what to buy, okay? Now, CoinMarketCap is kind of like the data for all the coins on the market, okay? So oops. So a lot of this stuff I have it on Chrome. It didn't work on, let's try this one. Okay. So let's just do that. Okay. Coin market cap. So I'm already logged in over here. So when you go on CoinMarketCap, it gives you all the data of all the top coins. And these are like, you know, the top ones: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance Coin, Cardano. You know, these are all coins that have more of a long-term buying, but you want to find the coins that are secret, okay? Now, let me go find a pancake swap coin, okay? Okay, BTW. Okay, maybe this is it. Okay, Alaska Inu. Okay. For example, this coin, right? It's called Alaska Inu, and you typically have to go through a process to research the coin and see if it's 100% legit. But let's say, for example, someone very smart told me, AJ, buy this coin. Great. So I need to buy this coin. First and foremost, where do I buy it from? And when you scroll down over here, you'll see that it has a little fox for the MetaMask and also has an address. A lot of times you can't find a token by searching on MetaMask. You copy and paste from the CoinMarketCap or the token address someone gives you. So as an example, this coin is doing very good, okay? Like it's up, let me see what it's been up for the year to date. But we don't have time to research. Grab the copy address. Okay, now we go back to the Brave browser. Then we want to find the specific coin. So what I want to do is buy one BNB worth of it. Okay, so I have the BNB currency. It's connected from my wallet. So I put one BNB over here. Okay, then I look for that token address. I had a specific code. I put that in, and then when I put it in, the actual token is supposed to come up. So let me try that again. That's very weird. So copy address, copy. Okay, there it is, LAS. So this coin has a very, very low value. If you saw it over here, it's 0.00047, okay? Now the question is, how do you make money on such a low coin? Well, you have to buy a lot of it, and what ends up happening is the value of the coin goes up, okay? So let's say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros, okay? Now, I could buy this coin at 0.0047. However, if it goes to 1 cent, I make a boatload of money, okay? So let's just do a quick calculation to like understand the amount of money you could make off of this coin, okay? So this part gets really fascinating. Calculator. Okay, so this one is 6 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 47, okay? Now, let me see how many pairs I could afford. So when I first started trading these coins, I was only getting $40 to $50 at a time, okay? So let's just go on a conservative. So I want to get $50 worth. Okay, so you have to figure out how much, oops. Okay, 0.0012, okay, 47, okay. So in order for me to get $50 worth, I typically have to get this much times the amount. So let's see, 60678. So times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm literally buying 100 million shares of this specific coin, okay? $47, okay? So for $47, I buy 100 million shares of this coin. But I have insider information that this coin is going to be worth 4 cents. So I buy it for $47, 100 million shares. Okay, copy and paste doesn't work that good. This is boom. It's 10 million, 100 million, okay? So within 5 hours, it goes from the original price to the 4 cents. After having the 100 million, that's how much money I make, okay? This is $4 million, okay? This is why I do all this complicated, wacky, strange stuff, because of the upside, okay? So just by those basic steps, you're able to buy this coin, right? So you get a signal, buy this coin, it's going to go up in value. Great, you spend $47 on the coin. You bought 100 million shares. The moment the coin goes to 4 cents, 4 pennies, then it goes up to $4 million. You just made $4 million with one single trade, okay? And now we're gonna go back to Pancake Swap. So what I'd like to do is basically figure out how much I want to invest. Now we're going to buy the $47. So USDT is like kind of like dollar. So basically, I want to take $47 out of my wallet to buy this equivalent of this coin, okay? And this kind of just goes back and forth. So let's just say I get a call. AJ, buy $47. Great, $47 USDT. Okay, that's how much it is, and then it's going to be in BNB. So let me just, okay. And then after I have the $47, it's this many of this coin, and I buy it by pressing swap, okay? Once you press swap, you own the coin, and then the coin ends up here in your wallet, okay? These are some different various coins that I have. A lot of times if it doesn't show up here, you have to put that same token address into your wallet for it to show up. Because if you already purchased it, then you have to get this address. Okay, copy address. Add token. Next, see LAS. Now, I don't own any of it because I didn't buy it, but let's just say this amount over here, it would be inside my wallet as my personal asset. Now, if you get the signal, all right, AJ, it's time to buy, it's time to sell, time to sell. Okay, now this coin is worth $4 million. How do I sell it? I take this money out of my wallet and then I convert it. So let's say, for example, I could convert to cash. USDT is cash. Okay. Basically, this value increases to 4 cents, and then here it's $4 million. When I sell the coin, I make all those profits. So from there, I hit swap, and the sale goes through, and then I get $4 million inside my wallet account, okay? Now, is that clear? Do we understand that part? Like, before I go any further, I just want to answer a question. If you have any questions about what we did so far. If you have a question, just raise your hand. But if not, okay, Tyler. I believe you got to unmute yourself.
Hey, great presentation, by the way. Wow, I'm blown away. This is awesome. So for us that are obviously like engulfed in our businesses and everything that we're doing, so is this something that you would consider, with kind of like framing yourself as the expert in a way, is this something that you would consider doing for others in the future? Because as you kind of said, you said, do not just start buying coins just because you've got all this set up, because it's an art in itself of knowing what to buy and when. So what would you suggest for us as beginners kind of getting into this game without spending too much of our time outside of our current ventures?
Yeah, that's a great question. You know, I think one of the best things you can do is just setting up your systems, like setting up all of this stuff I showed here, and just kind of having it on deck. You know,
Okay.
because like eventually I want to share like how to buy the coins and also how to get the winners.
Right.
But as I was mentioning to you, Tyler, if I tell you go buy LAS, you have no idea how to buy it, but now you know how to buy it, right? I can't hear you.
Sorry, I got it.
Okay, so for example, once you guys have this set up, because I'm buying coins every single day, and let's say, for example, I do my research and I find out it's time to get a coin. Okay, cool. I get that coin in mind. I first buy for myself very quickly and say, I would buy $47 worth of this coin or whatever you could afford. Then you come over here and you put the calculations in. You buy $47 worth of it. Oops. Is that many shares? You hit swap. The coin goes into your wallet. Then a few hours later, the price goes up. All right. Now it's time to sell. So then you basically come back over here, you sell your shares, and then $4 million goes into your wallet. You don't want to keep $4 million in your MetaMask wallet. So basically, you want to cash out. And the best way to cash out is sending it back to your Coinbase. Okay. So you go to send, and then you put your Coinbase address. So it should be over here. Okay. So send and receive. I love Coinbase. It's very user friendly and very intuitive. The other things are not, as you can see. Okay. So receive. So this is a tip. You're not going to always have the same Coinbase address. Okay. It's changing all the time. So whenever someone wants to send you crypto, say, hold on, log into your Coinbase, get the account, copy it, coming back onto the MetaMask. Let's say sending it over here. And basically, you're able to send it back. Once you send it back, it's good. Coinbase, I would say, is very safe. You get millions of dollars inside there, and you're good to go. So these specific coins, again, they're either going to be on PancakeSwap or Uniswap. Okay, so I just showed you guys PancakeSwap, and then I'll go to Uniswap. Okay, uniswap.org. So you want to use Uniswap. Now, Uniswap only uses Ethereum. So connect to a wallet, MetaMask. Okay. It says change to the Ethereum network. Right now it's on the Binance network. It'll be done very shortly. Okay.
So AJ, as you're setting this up, if you don't mind me asking, so the reason why you're so far into this and why it matters so much is because not only has there not been a time in history where this has been an opportunity, as you're sharing, but also we don't know how long it's going to last. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the whole thing is like, obviously, crypto, Coinbase, Binance, they're going to probably be here for the next 100 years because that's just like the new currency the world's going to adopt. But these different marketplaces may not be around. This opportunity may not be around, you know, because again, there's no way to predict how much money you can make off of these coins unless you know that the coin is going to do really well. So let's just say, for example, I own this coin. It's called BNU. Okay. Now I got word that this coin went up. So I just want to see the value of this coin. Okay. okay? So unfortunately, these things are not as user friendly. Like I can't just be clicking here and it shows me the price. I have to see what it would sell on the marketplace, okay? That's one of the problems when you're doing this stuff. You're kind of like a pioneer. You know, it's like a very, very small percentage of the population knows how to do this stuff. That's why I spent a lot of money to learn this and share this with you. But these things are a bit clunky. They're not as like user friendly as Coinbase per se. But because of that, there's not a lot of people on there, and there's a lot of money and opportunity. Okay, so this coin is called a Bino coin. So I totally forgot the wallet address. Baby Inu. All right. So this is basically the contract number, the copy of the address. Let's see how much my Binu is worth, and I'll decide if I want to sell it, okay? Unify, okay, great. So select the token. So put that token address in there. Baby Inu, okay, great. Now I put max to see the maximum amount that I want to sell. So right now it's worth 0.09 ETH. Okay, so this one did not go up to the higher level yet. So basically, it's worth about $74. Okay, so what I do, I'm always testing out different strategies. If I know a coin is like a sure thing, okay, this is gonna skyrocket, I'll put like $1,000 in. Because I'm more advanced, I know I can flip that $1,000 to $30,000, okay? But most importantly, I'm investing money that I'm okay to lose. When you're first starting out, you want to start with $50, $60, hey, even $10, you know what I mean? So for this one, I think I got like $20 worth of it because it was kind of like a random buy. And then if and when the price of this increases, okay, let's say instead of it being worth $74, it's worth $7,400. And then I basically swap it. I sell the coin, okay? Once I sell it, it comes back my MetaMask wallet. And then the Ethereum that's back over here, I send it back to my Coinbase, okay? So essentially what trading crypto is getting the buy signal, knowing what coin to buy. Once you know what coin to buy, then you take the token address, you buy it over here at an extremely, extremely low price. And then once the coin is cashed out, you sell it. You sell it, you send the money back to your wallet and into your bank account, okay? So with this process in this current day and age, like a beginner that spends time learning and trading could make $3,000 to $4,000 a day, right? So what is $4,000 a day? 4 times 7 is about 3,000. No, more than that. So $4,000 a day, 7 days a week. That's about $28,000 a week. Okay. Now times 4, it's roughly $115,000 a month. So because of that, I see why I make this a priority, why I'm putting a lot of time and energy. Because for me, now that I have the knowledge, it's a very low risk. I'm risking $40, $50, potentially making $5,000, $6,000, okay? Now my methodology is very conservative. You know, I don't like to lose money. I always want to make money. But let's say, as an example, someone says, hey, there's a great coin, buy as much as you could afford because it's going to skyrocket. So I decided to buy $1,000 worth of this coin. I buy it. And then once it goes from $1,000 to $2,000, I cash out my original $1,000 investment. So then my profit is being gambled and being risked. So I just kind of sit back and relax. Then you can see over here, okay, that 1,000 is now 3,000 and then 5,000. So one thing I've found is I'm not trying to get a huge number. Every single time I make a few $1,000s, I cash it out and then leave it in, cash it out. So this way, I'm able to take a good amount of profits from the specific coin and then send it back to my Coinbase account. Some people are more gamblers, you know, where they'll pick a coin, they'll put $10,000 into it. So that's a bigger gamble, because if that coin doesn't really go anywhere, then you lose the $10,000. But if that coin 10x's, then you make $100,000, you know, and then you cash out. So it's kind of like the big process with that. But really, it's all about timing, knowing what to buy, when to buy it, and then knowing how to buy it, which 90% of people don't understand, you know? So the thing is, like, I'm sharing a lot about the coins that have done great for me. There was a coin called Rocket, you know? I heard that it was a very profitable coin. So I jumped in on it. I got it at $400. And then within a week's time, it was worth $28,000. Okay. So to me, that's a very good profit. I go cash out my $28,000, put it into my Coinbase account, and then look for more coins like that. But let's say, for example, I got the insider tip about Rocket. But now if I say, hey guys, pick up Rocket, then you know exactly what to do. Where 99% of the humans on this earth, they have no idea where to find the coin, how to buy it, how to sell it. So a lot of this game is this stuff over here, you know, because you always want to be prepared. And then once you develop everything, you want to start playing with it, okay? Because again, I feel cryptocurrency is the future. And if you involve enough time and energy, the risk is very low, but the upside is very high. Now, basically, I think that's kind of like the big gist of the buying and selling. Obviously, there's multiple parts of this process, you know, the research, finding the coin, and then most importantly, selling it at the right time so you're extremely profitable. But it all starts, again, with creating a VPN, right? You always want to hide your steps. After that, you got your Brave browser. The first thing you want to do is set up your Coinbase and your Binance account. By the way, right now, Bitcoin's on an extreme sale, right? It's at $48,000. This will be $1 million in 5 years, okay? So think about how even this is worth getting as much as you could afford. I've heard a rumor that it's going to drop lower very, very soon. I think it's going to go down to the 30s. Once it goes down to the 30s, it will never be that low in all of history, okay? So I'm personally going to buy as much as I could afford. So I'm going to sell a lot of my different assets, and just buy Bitcoin. I'm going to keep trading. Profits from the trading, buy Bitcoin. This is the best investment because, again, if you knew this was going to go to $1 million, you think very, very differently. Okay. The profit margin is insane. But even looking at just in the past year, okay. So May of 2020, $8,000. So if you bought one, let's say if you bought 10, right? You bought 10 at $8,000, it's $80,000. Fast forward now, it's worth 50. The $80,000 would be worth a profit of $500,000. Okay, and Ethereum, as I mentioned, is projected to go to $100,000. Right now, it's on extreme sale. It may drop down to 3,000 or even 1,500. Like, the point I'm saying is, like, as a safe long-term investment, once you set up your Coinbase account, there's something called dollar cost averaging, where every week or every 2 weeks you buy $100 of Bitcoin, $100 of Ethereum, $100 of Bitcoin, $100 of Ethereum. You're buying it consistently, and then from there you're accumulating it so it goes up in value. So Ethereum, where was it a year from now? Shit, $200. Okay. Now the same principle. If you bought 10, that'd be $2,000 investment. And recently it was close to $5,000. Let's say it's going to be $5,000 by the end of this year. So 5,000 by 10. A $2,000 investment is equal to $50,000 in profits. So the most important thing is going back to the video, rewatching it, and then going through the checklist I'm going to give you, setting up each of those different steps. Because the cool thing is, it doesn't really cost anything to set this all up, right? So whether this is something you want to do or something you're curious about, I set it up in about an hour. Then, obviously, you got to start to learn, right? YouTube has a lot of great stuff. Crypto trading, okay? Sometimes, this is not always the case, but you could get a really good buy on YouTube, right? From there, you find a specific coin. Let me just X this out for now. Someone gives you a great tip. And then all of a sudden, you go quickly buy the coin and you make $20,000 off of it. That's very, very possible if you know the person is giving good tips. You know, like, obviously, this is a very complicated and a very involved type of thing. So if you happen to set this up, on the replay post, just type under and leave a comment, just write set up. So if I know you set it up, and then once in a while, if I get a really, really good buy, I could just send you a message and be like, all right, since you have all your systems set up, take $1,000 worth of Binance, put it in your MetaMask wallet. This is a sure thing coin, okay? You put the money ready to buy, you buy the coin, and then all of a sudden, you take the profits. And then what do? You pause, refer back to this video, or just go on YouTube University if you're stuck in a specific area. So let's answer questions. Kendall, you got to unmute yourself.
Hey, AJ. I wanted to say, first of all, thanks for doing this. I've been studying this space since 2019. Wow. And the only thing I've bought, I haven't bought anything. I've recently just bought my first little bit of Bitcoin just to play around with it, but I've literally been studying. It's funny, you used a lot of the stuff that I actually set up already. I actually have a Proton email account. I have the Authy two-factor authentication app. So it's similar to Google, but it's the two-factor authentication. So I got that, and it was really cool just to like see a lot more of this in action, because I've been looking at it from the outside in and being on the sidelines, but I've been slowly trying to prepare myself to get in. So I just wanted to let it be known to you that I really appreciate this, because now I see more of a clear defined path to getting started. And I agree with everything you said. This DeFi stuff is really cool in sense of, I mean, you broke it down as far as like the amount of time that you had to break it down in. I learned a lot, and I think you did a really good job. I would recommend these two things for those who are listening, because AJ really did a great introduction. I have this book here. It's called The Bitcoin Standard.
Yes. Actually, I
It's
read
a really
that.
good.
Yes.
It's a really good book. It helps you understand kind of what Bitcoin is and what it represents, not just from a fiat currency standpoint, but what it means like just as a standalone currency. Because as AJ said, the inflation with US dollar is just insane right now. And they're predicting by 2035, which is less than 14 years from now, Bitcoin is actually going to overthrow the US dollar. It's already happening in Venezuela. You see it in Syria with the lira, and a lot of other countries where there's instability. So Bitcoin, not for the sake of acquiring fiat currency, but just for acquiring Bitcoin, is really what you want to get after. And then the one last thing I'll say, because I don't want to make this about what I have to say, I'll recommend that you all look up this guy. His name is Robert Breedlove. And Robert Breedlove did this interview with Alex Friedman. It's a 4-hour interview, but he really goes into the concept of what money is as a technology, and then what Bitcoin means in terms of self-sovereignty and, being able to control your destiny. And then there's a summary of that where he does a summary of that interview with Robert Kiyosaki, actually. Robert Breedlove and Robert Kiyosaki. So I'll see if I can I'll put those links in the 10X group, because I think everybody's in the 10X group. And if AJ can approve it and make sure it's all good to go. And then those are good links for people to look at. But This is really exciting, because like I said, I haven't jumped in yet and I was looking at it, but I appreciate this, man. This was awesome.
Awesome. Thank you, Ken. I really appreciate that. And it's funny because I was mentioning Robert Kiyosaki is the guy who got me onto this path, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And then he is now a big crypto proponent. He is the one who said, along with very other smart people, that Bitcoin is going to be $1 million in 5 years. And when Robert says something, every prediction he says is on point. So it's like, holy cow, there's an ability to grow so much wealth by trading crypto, buying Bitcoin, and holding till it hits the 7-figure mark. Yes, and also like what Ken is saying is something I do, again, that is researching blockchain technology, the future of it. That book is phenomenal, and basically kind of gives you like a philosophy around it, because I think once you understand the philosophy, this gets even more exciting. I'm freaking obsessed. I'm super obsessed about crypto, Bitcoin, trading, that I'm spending hours and hours a day from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep, watching videos, reading books, trading. I'm in a very high level crypto mastermind. It's quite a big investment, but that's how committed I am, because I'm learning all this stuff from there, and again, I can't help too much, because again, I'm not able to like give you picks all the time and all that stuff, because it's not as easy, and it's still risky. Like not every single one is gonna go off. And the worst thing I want to do is give someone a bad tip. I always say, when you invest, always invest what you're okay with losing, whether it's $50, right? The mistake is someone invests $20,000, they don't know what they're doing, they just lost $20,000 and they ruin their life, And also, again, if you're stuck when I repost this, just go on YouTube and type it, okay, pancake swap. I don't understand this. I don't understand that. So basically, there's a little tutorial for that. Because again, I try to do my best by packing this presentation up, but also I have a lot of other things to do, so I can't really micromanage every single person that watches this that's stuck in a certain area, because there's people going to be watching the replay as well. And again, instead of waiting or asking, just go on YouTube and you could find it, because obviously this stuff is basically technology and there's a lot of people that are currently using it. So I go on YouTube or Reddit, I just Google it. Okay, how do I connect my Pancake Swap to my MetaMask wallet? Here's how to do it. 1, 2, 3, you know? And again, like, I would recommend, if you are serious about this, to join a trading group or some type of mastermind, because in my personal opinion, the investment that I've made, it paid off 20 times, because as I learned all this stuff first and foremost, but then I learned how to find the right coins and how to sell the right coins. So as I'm making thousands of dollars per transaction, I'm like, it's all because I learned from that mastermind, you know? So it was a bit of an investment, but it's like the ROI is big. And this is just the start of it. This is just the start, because having this knowledge is going to put you 20 steps ahead of everyone else, because no one's thinking about these cryptos, right? That's why some people say, oh, invest in the stock market. The stock market is going to be old news, right, compared to the crypto market. Right now, the upside and the ability of getting in, because the stock market is highly, highly regulated. You have the SEC, and often if you're trading, you need to have some type of license, you know? With this type of stuff, you get set up in the matter of an hour and start trading very, very quickly. And obviously, the profit margins are tremendous. You're never going to get this level of profit margin on a stock trade. So I say to myself, like, if I'm going to spend, you know, 100 hours mastering crypto or mastering stocks, I would go crypto, because it's a much better advantage. Tyler. Yeah, you get a question?
Dude, not even a question. I just got a snowball off Kendall. This is like so valuable. Like, what an opportunity. This is super neat. I'm pumped. So I'm ready to put some money in my crypto wallet.
Yes, yes. No, that's it. And then that's how you get started. You know, like, again, if you don't have a Coinbase, just put $100 into your Coinbase. This way you connect your bank account to it, and then track that money, okay? Take the Coinbase, buy some Bitcoin, $10 worth of Bitcoin, doesn't have to be that much. Send that to your Binance, trade the Bitcoin into the BNB, and then from there, do a test transaction. Even if it's a $1, you just went through this entire process. And then when you go through it, you understand it. So again, if I have like a sure thing prediction, let's say it's like, you know, 10 out of 10 is going to make money, then I'll tell you. But then you have all your systems, you can quickly go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then buy the trade and then make the money from it. But if you don't have it, you're shit out of luck. That's why when people oftentimes, like, they ask me like, hey, what should I buy, right? And I say, listen, I'm not going to tell you that, right? Because if I even told them what to buy, you think they would understand this whole process? You know, it's very complex. So it's pointless. Unless you have your systems dialed in, then none of this is going to work. Let me answer Darren's question. Thank you, Tyler. You got to unmute yourself, Darren.
Yeah, all good. Hey, AJ, everyone. AJ, just wondering with the, you know, you mentioned buy signals all the time, or where you get the information from. So, yeah, is that something you've got connections, or is it, do you look at graphs, or, you know, because we could look at, you know what I mean? Like, are you looking at the graphs where you're getting inside information? Like, if we go and have a squiz, and yeah, just curious about that.
Well, you know, I'm in a paid mastermind, like, you know, let's say currently it's $7,000 to be in the mastermind. You know, that's one way, but obviously it's more the expensive way. Unless you have a passion for this and you understand what you're doing, I wouldn't join that. I'm obsessed, so I'm willing to pay for my education, you know? Sure. But again, there's a lot of stuff on YouTube. I'm not a financial advisor, so I really can't tell you what to buy. But once you start experimenting and learning, watching YouTube videos, reading the books, being in this conversation, there's Facebook groups, there's a lot of places, you know. Obviously, my just personal experience, like you have to invest in a program to get the really, really good buys, you know. You're not gonna get really good buys for free unless you know of a secret group that I don't know of, you know. And I found that in everything, right? If you want to become the best coach, you hire the best program to go into the coaching business. Like anything you want to do, you have to invest in yourself. But
yeah, well, to keep it simple, which is probably what I need. Yeah, I like the idea of the Bitcoin or Ethereum, and I've done that before on Coinbase. I've done it through an app before, but then my money went missing. I don't know what happened. So
I
I've got no idea what happened there. So I'm thinking maybe start fresh and do a new email. But to keep it simple, if I'm in Australia and I do a Coinbase app, do you think I still need for the safety wise? Because I've actually got a what do you call it again? Binance. I've already got Binance.
Oh, great! You got Binance, awesome.
I've already got a Binance set up, and Coinbase. I've still got the app, but there's nothing in it. So, but yeah, the Binance one, I'm actually trying to get in there because I've actually got a little bit of money in there, Bitcoin. Because I actually forgot about it. I thought it was going away, and I just didn't worry about it. Now I've got about $600, not much, but now I've actually got in there. Now I'm finding it hard to get back in there, and I'm thinking, how do I get back in there? But at the end of the day, I've already got that. So I'm just trying to think of the simple way, like so I still need Coinbase and Binance. Is that correct?
Yeah, well, the whole thing is I'm going to make you kind of like a step-by-step process, and then whatever, you know, some people have some of the steps already done. So the stuff that's not done, then you just do those steps, you know. If you have Binance, great. Now you make Coinbase. You get a VPN. You get a Proton Mail. But again, you go through the steps, and whatever's missing, you do those.
Sure. And in Australia, I don't need VPN, or I do need VPN?
I just like the VPN because it's more safe, you know. Let's say, for example, you become a Bitcoin billionaire, then you don't want people to know where you live because it's not very good. So I like to mask my identity all the time. And also for tax purposes, you know, you want to kind of hide your tracks, and the VPN is good for that. It's literally $5 a month, and it's going to save you a lot of money down the line.
Yeah, sweet. Thanks.
No problem. Any other questions before we end off over here? Yes, Ken.
Yeah, so just a few questions now on my end. Do you have you said you have separate accounts. Do you have separate email accounts for like each of your Coinbase and Binance accounts? Like, do you set up different Proton emails?
Yeah, yes, definitely.
Okay, cool. And do you have separate like bank accounts too that you route this stuff to? Like, because I would think that I would get like separate bank accounts for this stuff as well.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Okay,
Multiple.
that makes sense. All right, that makes sense. And then the last question, I guess, for now is for Binance. Did you say should it be Binance International or should it be Binance US?
Binance International is optimal. Binance US sucks. And actually, there was you're limited to what you could buy too, because obviously you want to have variety. Because Binance, like, they're moving rapidly. I feel they're a better company than Coinbase, but eventually you're not going to have to use Pancake Swap and Uniswap. Some of those coins are going to end up on Binance. A great example is Shiba Inu. It's a very popular coin. I originally got it on Pancake Swap, but then it just came on Binance this weekend, so I just bought some more. So as technology improves, these systems improve, it's going to be a lot easier to buy. But again, if you know the fundamentals of this, you're going to be way ahead of everyone else.
Right. And this is the final question, I promise. Cold storage, just like I think Darren was saying, I know of cold storage. I think that I like there's three in particular that stick out to me. I know Ledger S is pretty cool. Trezor is pretty cool. And then Cold Cards are cool too. Do you have one that you recommend for cold storage? Because I am of the mind that, you know, you don't want your stuff on the internet for so
Yeah,
long. You want to
true.
make sure that it's off the internet and get it on cold storage. So do you
Yes.
have one that you recommend?
Yeah, great question. Because obviously you saw my accounts. I don't keep a lot inside of those accounts. I just have enough to trade. So I can send money from here to here, buy it from a MetaMask wallet, and then I cash it out. I use a Treasure wallet, and it's phenomenal. If you don't know what a cold storage wallet is, essentially you could hold your crypto on like a hard drive that's fully encrypted and safe. And that's the safest place to put it, because if you get hacked on the internet, they could wipe out your entire account. Unfortunately, the US bank system and credit cards, you know, their infrastructure is pretty safe, and they could track stuff a lot better. With Bitcoin and crypto, if they steal from your account, you never hear from them again. There's a lot of scams going on. So the cool thing is that you could get a Trezor wallet, $50 or $100 on Amazon. And then once you start accumulating, I wouldn't get it until you have, you know, at least $20,000, $30,000, because it's not worth it. You can kind of keep it in little accounts, but once you start making real money, then you put it into that wallet and keep it in a very safe place.
Is there a particular bank that you think is friendlier towards crypto?
Every bank hates crypto. You know, it's like,
Yeah, I know. That's right.
stockbrokers hate crypto. Banks hate
Yeah.
Coinbase, you know, because, I mean, again,
Steve
for as
Jobs.
much as I love crypto, if you talk to a stockbroker or financial advisor, they'll typically debate every single point that I made, you know, but whatever bank is closest to your house, I would say, you know.
All right, cool. That's fair. I appreciate this, AJ. Thank you so much for your time and value.
Yeah, yeah, my pleasure. Happy to help you. Happy to help you. And again, your homework's really simple. You got the whole game plan. Wait until I give you the links and the step-by-step process. Spend 1 hour, map out an hour, and just set this up, shut out the world. And then once you set it up, just let me know you set it up. And again, I'll give you some ideas and some buys to just make some profits. And then once you become profitable and you have more capital and you want to get into a mastermind or a group, I have some that I could recommend. They don't have to be as high as the one that I'm in. Mine is advanced. There's some beginner level ones. But again, I suggest you learn this stuff first, have a foundation, and then once you want to get to the next level, I can make some good recommendations for you. All right, let's do this. 10 years from now, we're going to be Bitcoin millionaires, okay? So just make sure you start planning from this moment forward for yourself, your family, and the future. All right, guys, much love. Talk to you soon. Thanks for your time.